Hey yo, this is it, guys. This is the rise and the fall of the fighter Gervonta Tank Davis, and we're gonna take a look at his career because he's clearly going through a potential event that will change it for a very long time to come. And let's talk about it, guys, man. Let's not hold back any punches. This is the rise and fall of Gervonta Tank Davis here on E Kings Fight News. Salute. Y'all know what it is. Let's get it. And hit up the Instagram, man. Give us a follow. Because when it comes to the fight news, you're going to get it tomorrow, man. Let's get into it. Gervonta Tank Davis, rise and fall at E King Fight News, man. All right. Yo, salute to everybody tuning in, man. When it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis, let's start from the beginning, guys. I ain't here to hold no punches. I've seen this guy legitimately rise and fall in the sport of boxing. And the guy who really reminds me of who he is right now is somebody you probably may not recognize. If you're a hardcore boxing fan, you know this name. And that name is Ike Ibeabuchi. If you know who Ike Ibeabuchi is, then you might be able to get that correlation, because Ike Ibeabuchi is a guy with massive upside potential. He was a heavyweight fighter that went toe-to-toe with guys like Tua, right? David Tua, same guy that knocked out former champion John Ruiz in about a round and a half. Same guy that has been in plenty of wars, known for his punching power in the heavyweight division, along with an iron chin. And Ike Ibeabuchi knocked out David Tua. Ike Ibeabuchi knocked out Chris Bird before he even beat Vitaly Klitschko. Ike Ibeabuchi had the talent and just explosiveness at heavyweight at the time, in an era with guys like Evander Holyfield still fighting. Even when Mike Tyson was still fighting, even though he may have been away for a while, we could have seen that fight. Could you imagine? But anyways, Ike Ibeabuchi could have fought Lennox Lewis. My goodness. All the insane matchups this guy could have been involved in. Just like you think about, man, Tank Davis. What if he fought Lomachenko? Man, Tank Davis. What if he fought Gary Russell? Man, Tank Davis. What if this guy just stepped up and fulfilled the potential we expect of this guy? Floyd Mayweather keeps talking about this guy like he's some pay-per-view star, yet he hasn't fought any kind of competition near Floyd Mayweather. And this is your pupil? This is your guy that's supposed to be pound for pound, best lightweight in the game? Get the fuck out of here, guys. I'm sorry. I know he's not in Lomachenko's weight division. Let's not even talk about Gary Russell, because you want to use that excuse for why you can't fight Gary. Oh, Gary Russell's he's not in my weight class. Meanwhile, he's one division lower calling you out, and you got a guy who everybody says Lomachenko's so beatable. Everybody said Lomachenko, man, anybody can beat Lomachenko. Devin Haney want all the smoke with him, and he's ducking Devin Haney. But y'all can't say the same thing about Gervonta Tank Davis, because he don't want no smoke with Lomachenko. Gervonta Tank Davis never wanted no smoke with Vasily Lomachenko. Let's not even talk about Tevin Farmer, because you know what? That's an Eddie Hearn fighter. Eddie Hearn put up 7 to 8 million. You don't even know. He put up stacks for Gervonta Tank Davis For one fight to fight Tevin Farmer, you couldn't even get Al Heyman to at least match it. And you could have actually did that on pay-per-view. Instead, you fight Yuriorkis Gamboa, who had, like, when you're straight ducking people, it becomes a problem, not with the casual fan base, but the hardcore fan base. When you start ducking people, when you start saying, you know what, I don't need to fight this guy. I don't need to fight this guy. When people start convincing you, oh no, you don't need to fight that guy. And meanwhile, you know, you could find a reason to get out of an argument. You know, ain't nobody straight up saying, except for a couple guys out here, that, yeah, Tank Davis been ducking these guys. He's been ducking Tevin Farmer. He's been ducking Gary Russell Jr. He's been ducking Vasily Lomachenko. Tell me I'm lying. He's been ducking Vasily Lomachenko. He's been ducking. Who else? Who else he be ducking, man? But you know what? We're going to go from the beginning with this guy. It's King fighting. All right, so let's talk about before all this happened, because you know what? A lot of people, at the end of the day, if you're a Gervonta Tank Davis fan / supporter of Tank Davis, the guy that has great punching power, great potential as a fighter, an elite fighter, a guy that's being showcased on Showtime because you're associated with guys like Floyd Mayweather, because you're associated with guys like Al Heyman, because the ceiling isn't, you know, you look at a guy like Tank Davis, and did I ever consider him to be a future pay-per-view star? No. I never did. Because when you're a pay-per-view fighter, you step up when you're actually on pay-per-view. You're supposed to step up and take it to the next level. Really make the viewer keep notice. You know, oh, better watch out for that guy on the undercard. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Because Tank had the opportunity in front of a pay-per-view audience to take the boxing world by storm. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying, guys. I want to be proven wrong. But you can't do that to the truth. Can't do it to the truth, can you? When it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis, nice glossy resume, nice glossy record, right? Always has this kind of oblivious look to his face, but that's because, you know, he ain't grown yet. He ain't mature. He ain't mature yet. And it takes some time for some people. It takes some time. So, let's take a look at his resume. Okay, he got some names on there. Liam Walsh. Everybody remember Liam Walsh? You know, that was his first super featherweight title. 2017. He went into the UK to fight a guy that was really considered easy work, mismatch, bum, whatever you want to call him. I'm sorry, Liam Walsh. You know, but people make jokes about guys with Liam. Names like Liam and Callum. People make jokes about that all the time. But when it came to Gervonta Tank Davis, you know, oh, that was a solid victory. Oh, great victory. Okay, great victory. Next fight. And salute to the homies that tune in, you know. Next fight is on the Mayweather versus Conor McGregor undercard. That's when it happened. He got to fight a guy named Francisco Fonseca, right? Oh, it looks good on his record, right? If you look into this, he got a knockout in the 8th round. Looks nice on paper. If you saw that fight, you would know Gervonta Tank Davis didn't come in there fully prepared and focused on Francisco Fonseca. If I remember correctly, he missed weight in this fight. Alarm bell already. Y'all know that's an alarm bell when you miss weight. Tells me he's got discipline issues. That's what happens when you miss weight, right? You got discipline issues. Y'all didn't. Okay, give him a pass. First time it happens to people, you give him a pass. Adrian Bronner, give him a pass. It happened to Floyd one time, we gave him a pass. It worked out for those guys. Legitimately. It did. It worked out for AB because he went on and whooped some ass and looked impressive doing it. Floyd Mayweather whooped some ass when he missed weight and looked impressive doing it. Gervonta Tank Davis did not look impressive, even though he whooped some ass. And you left wondering, is this guy really the real deal? Instead of having that confirmed already early on. So then your next fight, Jesus Cellular, that's legitimately a nobody that people still gave him credit for because he looked impressive against the bum, which a lot of guys do that. You know, a lot of guys look impressive against lower opposition. You know, guys make careers of. There are fighters who people think are all-time greats, and in actuality, they've made careers off of fighting bum-ass fighters. Triple G, right? You know, he made a career off. It is what it is. You know, Triple G is not the only guy that did it to the point where he's now a pay-per-view level fighter. Right? Let's be real. Right? Let's be real. Some guys will fake it till they make it. And the thing about Gervonta Tank Davis is we knew he had the potential to be a great fighter. But we may never know because of what's happened now, man. Now he won't be looked at the same. You know, if you're a guy that wants to appeal to casual audience, you can't get in trouble with the Me Too movement. You can't, right? There's a reason why Canelo Alvarez, when he fought Sergey Kovalev, there's a reason why that fight didn't do big numbers. There's a reason why. As much as Kovalev looked good against Anthony Yard, ain't nobody was really tuning in except hardcore boxing fans and fans of either fight. If you're a fan of Canelo, you're a fan of Kovalev, yeah, you're tuned in. A lot of people want to mention Kovalev in this conversation because of what happened to him and the backlash he got. Well, guess what? There's a difference. He didn't get caught on video doing it. Whatever you were accused of doing, you didn't get caught on video doing it. Kovalev didn't get caught on video. It was confirmed in articles. It was confirmed. And okay, I get these things were confirmed. But it's another thing when you're a boxing nerd, you're a boxing follower, and you follow the sport of boxing, and you're part of a niche audience that reads articles about Kovalev and the shit he's been getting himself into. And guess what? If there was a passenger on that flight where Kovalev was drunk and going after this hoe that nobody knows, if there was a video of that and it went viral, we would be having a completely different, reaction to what Kovalev had been caught or accused allegedly of doing. Right? We would have a whole different backlash. Point blank period. And when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis, first, he looked awful on a pay-per-view audience. And I'm saying awful with respect to guys that have taken that opportunity and then have brought themselves to the next level. Right? I'm talking about guys like Canelo Alvarez who were getting knockouts on Floyd Mayweather undercards. Or Oscar De La Hoya undercards. Y'all know what I mean. Right? End of the day, Gamboa was never a pay-per-view fight and was never a step forward to a pay-per-view fight. Leo Santa Cruz was never a pay-per-view success fight. but Tevin Farmer was. You see how there's a difference there? You see how there's a... Leo Santa Cruz never been on pay-per-view, and at the same time, y'all only want to fight him because he's a little Mexican dude. Point blank, period. Y'all want to fight him because he's a little Mexican dude who went toe-to-toe with guys like Carl Frampton, went toe-to-toe with Abner Mares. You know he's an easy fight. You know in your heart you can beat this guy, but when it comes to... And Tevin Farmer, guess what? That Tevin Farmer fight that was right out there for the taking, y'all know that would have done big numbers. Floyd knows because he was talking about doing that fight on pay-per-view before he even fought Yurikas Gamboa. Floyd was saying, you know what, we want to make that fight on pay-per-view. Cooler heads could not prevail, you know, whatever situation happened with Eddie Hearn. It's not like you pulled the Deontay Wilder and said, oh, I got 50 million. I got 10 million for Tevin Farmer. It's not like you did that. Right? Because obviously you believe you're an A side, and maybe you're gonna say, oh, I'm gonna take that 10 mil and let's give Tevin Farmer 5 and pay-per-view upside. Whatever. But guess what? I don't even know if they did that much. So it is what it is. And when I say it's a rise and fall, it absolutely is, because he was considered a guy that was going to fight Leo Santa Cruz on pay-per-view. And now, all of that just might be down the drain. Tell me I'm wrong. It's E King Fight News. Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Kind of like how Errol Spence got to have a Mikey Garcia fight on pay-per-view. Gervonta Tank Davis getting everything handed to him. And look where he is at now. You tell me he going to be fighting Leo Santa Cruz on pay-per-view after this? Go ahead. And if he does, credit to him, because he got by the Me Too movement. He got out of it. You know, he'll be the guy that got away with one, you know. So it is what it is. It's E King Fight News. And we gone, man. Peace.